Not only did they announce that they were going to cancel physical editions of video games, but they also announced something that a lot of people are kind of just letting go under the rug for right now because people are pissed about the entire situation going on with the video games. And that has to do with the fact that they're shutting down the PS3 store. They're shutting down the PlayStation Vita store as well. They're shutting it all down, boys. PlayStation Store on PS3 and PlayStation Vita are going to shut down 5 years after Sony first decided against it, starting as soon as next month in some regions. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. It's all, and again, I kind of just feel like this proves that this is exactly where they want to go. They want to shut all this shit down. They want to like have complete control over, like they don't want people so spread out, but yeah, they're shutting it all down. PlayStation 3, no more. PlayStation Vita, no more. I was actually surprised. I have a Vita still. I think I booted up my Vita like 6 months ago, and I was shocked that it still had a store that I can access products from. I was really shocked. But I thought it was cool. I was like, oh, that's awesome that it still has that experience. Nope. Not anymore. Completely gone. Yeah, that's it. So it's the end of an era. Sony has announced that it's officially closing down a PlayStation Store on PS3 and Vita 5 years after it decided that that was going to be a bad idea. Announcing it in the blog post today, Shit Schumann, senior director of Sony Interactive Entertainment of Content Communications, writes, after nearly 2 decades of supporting the PS3 console generation, we want to let you know we will be closing the PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as on PS Vita. Are you getting deja vu? You might remember that we've been here before. Sony announced that this was going to happen back in 2021 before it quickly U-turned on the decision and kept the stores running. Now, though, we're running out of luck. For some regions, the closure is as early as next month. For Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua, PlayStation Store on PS3 will close starting August 2026. Damn. They said, fuck the Mexicans. Holy shit, man. They said, fuck the Mexicans, bro. We know this news might be disappointing. Why do they say that? Well, I can't stand when corporations just say, we know this news is disappointing. Like, yes, we know, and you know, so why are you doing it? We already know why you're doing it. This is disappointing to PS3 and PS Vita players who hold a special place in their hearts for this generation of gaming, but we want to fuck you. This is the translation, okay? Here's the translation. We know that having access to this generation is important, but we want to fuck you in the ass as hard as possible by deleting your ability to access this kind of content so that we can sell it to you later down the line as some sort of subscription service benefit by signing up to PS Plus. We want to remove all this stuff and sell it to you later down the line. So fuck you, sir. Fuck you and your love for this generation, you piece of shit. That's what it is, boys. You know that's what it is, man. It's the same thing Nintendo did. Nintendo did the same exact thing, man. They don't give, when they want to sell you GameCube games, they don't care, bro. They don't care. So this is like, this kind of goes hand in hand with that conversation we were having about the PlayStation getting rid of physical media. You know, they're making their moves, right? All these companies are making their moves. Look at Xbox, right? Xbox laying off a metric fuck ton of people. And they're also going to be making some moves regarding their product as well. PlayStation making their moves. At this point, what PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo are doing, more so PlayStation and Xbox, is they're fixing their mistakes that they've made for the entirety of this generation, or trying to. Whatever they view as their mistakes, like overspending, over budgeting, whatever, they're trying to fix all their mistakes before 2028 comes around and their next generation of consoles release. They want to fix it all, and while fixing it all, they also want to gain control of it all. That's the two most important things. So stop overspending And they're taking it so extreme to the point where they're not doing physical copies anymore because they want to supposedly save money. But we all know it's not about saving money. It's more so about gaining control than it is saving money. So they're all like this, over the next 2 years, we're going to see them make all these moves that is going to culminate in total control, right? Total fuck you as the customer. They want to have complete control over what you say and what you do. I mean, for God's sakes, bro, they have AI in some of these video games that are basically nanny bots, right? Call of Duty has a nanny bot. You say a no-no word, God forbid you say a no-no word on the voice chat, you're done. You're done. This is the kind of gaming we have now. You got nanny bots running around telling you what you can and cannot say, what you can and cannot do. You got companies essentially saying what you can and cannot access, even though you paid for it. Are you going to get a refund? No. Are they going to take it away from you? Yep. Will they sell it to you later down the line? Yep. Basically. It's such a fucked, like, man. What can I say? I really don't know what else I could say that I haven't said already. This entire day, this is all I've been thinking about. I'm like, dude, man, we're really reliving this shit again. That's just what it is. Not only that, microtransactions are going to get even more egregious. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. Right? It is. It's going to get more egregious. Somehow, some way, microtransactions are going to get more egregious. And they're going to say they have to do these things in order to be able to make up costs and make money. Meanwhile, the entire reason why they're doing any of this is supposedly to save money and cut costs. But somehow that also ends up monetizing us more. It's like the savings that never passed off to the consumer. At least it doesn't seem like that on PlayStation and Xbox. More so PlayStation with their ridiculous dynamic pricing. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. The savings are never passed on to you. It's just passed on to them. You know? So the cost of video games are going up. Now you're not going to get a discount on digital games. Now it's going to be the same price all across the board. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. They want to charge you maximum. Bro, they want to charge you maximum money. They want to have maximum control. And look at this. Bro, there's conversations of GTA 6 not even being able to potentially reach 60 FPS on consoles. Bro, this is the major video game release of the century. Well, not the century, maybe the decade. Maybe the decade. And this is after, by the way, they tried to tell you, oh, it plays best on PlayStation 5. There is nobody out here that believes that GTA 6 plays best on PlayStation 5. We all know what it's going to play best on, and that's going to be the PC platform. We all know that. But Sony has this deal with Rockstar where, you know, Sony bends over and Rockstar just slips it in nice and tight, and they make sure PlayStation gets every inch of promotion so that at that point, by the time it's run its course, then Grand Theft Auto is going to come out. By the way, would I be crazy? And you can tell me if I'm crazy. Would I be crazy to say that Grand Theft Auto is going to release on PC in 2028? Would I be crazy? Would I be crazy to make that prediction? I don't know, man. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that Grand Theft Auto is going to release on the PC platform in 2028. That's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to utilize Grand Theft Auto for the last 2 years of this life cycle. And because remember, Grand Theft Auto took a long time to come out on PC. I think it's gonna push these consoles as much as possible. And in 2028, when those new generation of consoles come out, I think you're gonna have an announcement from Rockstar of a remastered version for PS6 or an upgraded version for PS6 for Grand Theft Auto 6, and at the same time, you're gonna have a PC release. I'm just saying. That's my prediction. Maybe I'm insane, but that's what I think is going to happen. That's what makes the most sense, in my opinion. In any case, so a new report indicates that Grand Theft Auto 6 may not be able to reach 60 FPS after all. The investigation looks at the hardware capabilities of both Xbox Series X and the PS5, and it doesn't look good for the frame rate capabilities of GTA 6. I mean, realistically, knowing how this game is going to look, do we really think that 60 FPS at any kind of decent graphical fidelity is going to be possible? I mean, on the PS5 Pro, maybe, right? On the PS5 Pro, I could definitely see it at a little bit of a lower fidelity at 60 FPS. I could see it happening, but on base PS5 and on the Xbox, I don't know about that. So a new look at the capabilities of the current gen PS5 and Xbox Series X indicates that they may not be powerful enough to handle GTA 6 with 60 FPS. Previously, it was suggested that a performance mode for GTA 6 would bring the game to 60 FPS. However, a report from Digital Foundry claims that it's unlikely for GTA 6 to reach 60 FPS due to the relatively limited power of the CPU on both the PS5 and the Xbox family of consoles. Even the PS5 Pro, which offers more powerful specs, may not have enough in the way of CPU power to make 60 FPS happen, as the biggest upgrades the console offers are the way of the GPU and not the CPU. Oh, shit, that's rough. That's rough. That is rough. Oh, by the way, doesn't this kind of like kill that entire idea of supposedly Grand Theft Auto getting a physical release 1 month later after the digital release? Yeah, that entire rumor is completely bullshit. It's been bullshit from the first day. I do not believe that. I do not. I think it's going to be straight digital the entire time. I don't think they're releasing a physical disc with that game whatsoever. I think it's complete bullshit. I think this pretty much confirms it, to be honest with you. So, the reasoning for these claims is due to the level of fidelity and simulation elements of GTA 6. Digital Foundry claims that dense cities are likely to get hit worse, with computational physics, plenty of NPCs, and the ability to move quickly through areas by car or air travel, likely taxing the CPU of the PS5 Pro, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles considerably. Additionally, when GTA 4 and 5 launch as well as Red Dead 2, none of the games are able to achieve 60 FPS on console. They were set to 30 FPS instead, and sometimes struggle to maintain it. Yeah, I think it's going to continue that way. Digital Foundry suggests that Rockstar prefers to maintain fidelity with the frame rate limited to 30 rather than cut down on visuals in favor of higher FPS. Bro, if GTA 6 releases without 60 FPS, that is hilarious to me. I'm sorry. There's nothing more that I could possibly say. If it releases without a 60 FPS mode, and they're like, yeah, it plays best on PlayStation, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out of here. So not only are we killing physical media, not only are we regressing from every sort of metric in terms of customer service or anything like that, but now you just flat out can't even hit 60 FPS for your most hyped video game that you're ever gonna have. It's not like you're gonna have another Grand Theft Auto for the PS6. Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be basically remastered for the PS6. You're not gonna get a Grand Theft Auto 7. Bro, I think that's so funny to me. I'm sorry. I think it is. But hey, people are going to eat it up. They're going to eat it up. They're going to be like, this is the best 30 FPS. You know what I love? The biggest cope. Oh my God. The biggest cope is from people that say, oh, what does it matter? You can't see the difference between 30 FPS and 60 FPS anyway, bro. Bro, every time I hear someone say that, I'm like, do you really think that? Are your eyes really that bad? Do you seriously think that? I can spot 30 FPS and 60 FPS from a mile away. Especially the faster the video game. Like 30 FPS and 60 FPS is absolutely detrimental in fast-paced video games. Games like Counter-Strike, games like Forza. There is a lightning fast difference between 30 and 60. But you'll have people that completely cope about it. Be like, you can't see the difference anyway. The human eye can't see the difference anyway. That's what I read on Google. Google's never wrong. It's like, bro, stop it. Let's relax a little bit. Stop it. It's absolutely noticeable. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty damn funny. And that's basically it, boys.